All right, y'all. So, look, I wasn't going to do this till tomorrow, but it's basically like 11 o'clock right now because I went from work straight to the movie theater and I saw Ready or Not 2 and Project Hail Mary. So, I'm going to do the Project Hail Mary review right now. So, basically, the plot is there's this teacher called Grace, and he was teaching a class of middle schoolers about space and then he got picked up by these government types, and they tasked him with fixing an interstellar problem. See, the thing is, there's a star out there that caught basically space tuberculosis, and the tuberculosis spread to all the other stars. So it's like everybody's got space tuberculosis, all the celestial bodies got it, and it's becoming a problem for everybody because it's causing the stars to die out. So they tasked this science teacher, played by Ryan Gosling, they tasked him with fixing the problem because he came out with this wacky theory, but the theory is not so wacky that it might work. So the government was listening in on him and they figure, hey, this guy sounds crazy, but this might actually work. So they tasked him with fixing the problem. So they sent him to this place where they figured they saw, like, very far off, that there's this one celestial body that has an immunity to the space tuberculosis. And they're like, okay, well, what's up with this celestial body that it's not being affected like all the rest of them? So they sent Ryan Gosling's character on a very, very one-way trip to find out what makes this celestial body so special, get a sample, send it back to Earth, and save all life. Now, it's a 2.5 hour long movie. So, in between that time, he meets an alien that he names Rocky, and they put their minds together because Rocky is suffering from the same problem. He has to save his world. Ryan Gosling's character has to save Earth, and they have to put their minds together to save all life. So, in that 2.5 hour long movie, you get to learn about a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff happens, like grabbing samples from other planets, learning a new language through song, uh, the difference between fist bump and fist my bump is very different. Okay, you learn that Meryl Streep really can do it all. There's a point where they make a nitrogen um, resistant amoeba. Uh, I get to see what life is like on another planet. Great visuals, excellent soundtrack. You learn the meaning of true friendship, sacrifice. There's a lot of high points, a lot of low points. There is a lot of heart towards the end of the movie. It gets deep real quick. It was a really good movie. Um, the soundtrack was so good. Okay, there's some Beatles in it. There's a a hymn at the end. Pata Pata played, which is an African song. I never thought I'd hear that song in a movie, but hey, it's there. Pata Pata. So the soundtrack was great, especially when it was time for the inspirational parts and the music was rising. There was some good stuff. Uh, it had a jump scare, so that was good. The the um the scenery, it was that was great. Like I said before, it shows you life on a whole nother planet. Like, I always thought to myself, what would life actually look like if we tried to like land on like Pluto or Neptune? What would life like literally look like? You find out in this movie. Let me tell you something, it's freaking scary. It's very scary, and I don't want to do that. Okay, it's like if you got full visibility of what it's like on the ocean floor. the kind of creatures that's swimming past you, and it's like very dark, but is you can see everything. That's how scary it is to like see what it's like on another planet. Because when they were trying to grab samples, you get to see what it's like what the weather is like and what it looks like on another planet, and you get to see like this celestial body of like this celestial sea that's in space. You get to see that, and it's really pretty stuff. You have to see the movie to know what I'm talking about. But yeah, the scenery was good, the music was good, the pacing was all over the place, but once you look at the movie, you don't mind it because it flips between being on the actual mission and prepping for the mission, like everybody getting ready to go on this like very one-way trip. It starts flipping back and forth with that, but when you watch the movie, you don't really mind it. It's fine. It's whatever. It's a 2.5 long movie. That's just character development. Um, all in all, it was a very good movie. I didn't think Ryan Gosling was going to do that great a job, but he did a great job here. I would like Ryan Gosling to do more movies on that level. Me personally, now I can't speak for anybody else, okay? Me personally, I just wanted to see a sci-fi movie. I saw the trailer for the movie. It looked like it was a little bit of laughs. So I figured, hey, let's support this new Ryan Gosling type of movie since he ventured off from primarily romance movies. Let's see what he can do. And I was very pleasantly surprised in Project Hail Mary. So um because the movie I'll say this, because the movie sometimes it tried a little too hard to make you laugh, where it's like, okay, okay, if that's enough, okay, I'm tired of laughing. Let's get back on track with the movie. Because of that, I can't give it a 10 out of 10. But I'll tell you what, I can give it an 8.5 to a 9 out of 10 because me personally, I can't speak for nobody else, but me personally, I really loved this movie. I liked it so much. I thought Ryan Gosling did a great job. He put a lot of heart into his performance, and it was a very well made movie for me. I mean, that must be one heck of a novel that is based off of, I guess, because there's a novel of the same name. But it must be one heck of a novel because the movie was great in my mind. The movie was 8.5 to a 9 out of 10. I think they did a great job. The alien character was great. He was funny, but he was also smart, and he showed a lot of heart in this movie. So, and how the kids interacted with the Ryan Gosling character, his name's Grace, by the way. Uh, it's like seeing an actual good teacher because the kids in the movie they heard what the scientists were saying about what's happening to Earth. They heard what their parents were saying that's happening to Earth, but the kids were hanging on to Ryan Gosling's character. They were hanging on to his every word. Like they were like, "Yeah, we heard what our parents said. We heard what the scientists say, but we want to know what you have to say because we trust what you have to say." And me personally, I think that makes for a good teacher when the kids just trust what you have to say on the matter. I think that makes for a good teacher. And he really proved to be a good teacher in this movie. And how he interacted with the alien, it was good. It was good chemistry between him and the alien. And that was great. Alien kind of looks like a no, it really does look like a Metagross, like the actual Pokemon. It looks like a Metagross, and it you kind of you kind of try to understand English through like his alien mind and what humor means and what some of these words mean to him and what it means on his planet and because basically his language is music. So yeah, you get to see what life is like for the alien and what he sees Earth like, Earth what life is like on Earth through his eyes. So yeah, like I said, it's a very well made movie, and me personally, I give it an 8.5, 9 out of 10. I thought Ryan Gosling did an excellent job. It's a very well made movie for 2.5 hours. It's entertaining. It was well made. I think they did a good job. Good job for Project Hail Mary.